Head to toe assessment. Alright. Knock, knock, hand hygiene. Hello, my name's Abby. I'm your nurse today. Name and date of birth?
Carson Matthew on October 20th, 1996.
Okay, it looks like we're going to do a physical assessment today. Is that right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm just going to start with neuro. So we're just going to inspect the face. We're just looking for for symmetry, which you have. Any drooping, which I don't see. Any discoloration or cyanosis. I don't see any of that. Looking at the lips. The color of the lips look good. And yeah, so we're gonna ask just a few questions. Do you know what day it is?
April 10th.
Where you are?
Grand Forks Air Force Base.
And the president.
Donald J. Trump.
Alright, so he's able to follow my commands, alert and oriented ×3, and seems to be able to hear what I'm saying. So now we're just gonna go ahead and do your eyes. And those did constrict whenever I shine the light. And then I'm gonna have you look over my shoulder. And then look at this. And that is accommodation. So I would document Perla, pupils equal round reactive to light, and then he also has accommodation. I'm just gonna have you follow this with my eyes. All right, so he has good cardinal sign, cardinal points. So can you stick your tongue out for me and shrug your shoulders? Okay, all right. And then I'm going to now listen to your carotid, listening for a bruit before I palpate the carotid. So I did not hear a bruit, so now I would be able to palpate the carotid. So I'm just going to start from the top to do the pulses. So this is the temporal. This is the carotid. You want to lightly palpate the carotid. And then this is the brachial, ulnar, radial. The femoral is in the groin area. We have the popliteal under the knee. We have the posterior tib, which is on the inner part of the ankle here. And then the dorsalis pedis on top of the foot here. And all of those pulses would be a +2, so that is good. If there was, while I was down here, I wasn't able to feel pulses in the feet, that could be an arterial problem, or if I saw black on the toes, that could be arterial. And then if there's like ulcers on the ankle, that could be a venous issue, but I do not see any problems with that. And then I would check capillary refill while I was down here, and that is less than 3 seconds. And then can I see your hands? I can check capillary refill in less than 3 seconds on the hand. I also check for edema on the foot, and I don't see any pitting edema. All right, so I'm gonna do your reflexes. So I'm just gonna use my stethoscope. Could you put your arm out for me? I'm just going to tap with my stethoscope. And as you can see, his hand moves, so that is a good reflex. And then I'll do your knee. And I'm just checking to make sure that the foot moves. All right, and so his foot moves, so that is a good reflex as well. So now I'm gonna have you lie back, and I'm gonna check your neck for any JVD. Can you turn your head to the left? I'm looking on the right side, and I would have the bed at 45-degree angle. I do not see any JVD present, but if there was, I would measure it. It would also be a sign of right-sided heart failure, so I want to document that. All right, so while you're laying down, I can now inspect the chest area. I'm just looking for any discoloration, and I don't see any. Looking for any lesions, and then I'm going to palpate for any masses, and I don't feel any. So now I can have you sit up for me, please. And I'm going to listen to your heart. We have the aortic, pulmonic, herbs, which is where you would hear S3 or S4 sound, tricuspid, and mitral, which is where you could hear the apical pulse, and you would listen there for 1 full minute. I heard S1 and S2, so, and no extra sounds. So now I can listen to your breath sounds. So I would just ask the patient to take a deep breath, and then I would just continue to do that, going down and across and down and across to listen to breath sounds about 4 times on each side of the chest. And then I can go ahead and have you lay back for me. And I'm going to inspect the abdomen. And I'm looking for any aortic pulsations in the stomach. I do not see any, which is a good thing. And now I'm looking at the abdomen. It is flat. The umbilicus midline, even hair, no discoloration of the skin. And I'm going to start by auscultating in the right lower quadrant. And go clockwise. And I was able to hear bowel sounds, but if I wasn't, I would investigate each quadrant for 5 minutes, and then I would notify a provider if I could not hear any in 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to do, we're going to percuss the abdomen, and I would also percuss the chest as well, but I'm going to do that on the back side. So, I'm going to just percussing for dullness or tympany in the abdomen, and listening for if it was dull, it would be over an organ, and then tympany would just be high-pitched sounds, and resonance would be over air. Okay, and now we're going to do a few tests. So I'm going to start by doing the fluid wave test. So I'm just going to hit on this side, and if there was fluid, it would ripple, and that would be a sign of SIDs. And then I'm going to do rebound tenderness. So I'm just going to hit over here. And did it hurt over here?
Nope.
All right. And then now I'm going to do Murphy's sign. I'm going to have you take a deep breath, and I'm going to push in. Any pain?
Nope.
Okay. All right. And then now we're going to do Brudzinski's. So I'm just going to lift your leg up and bring your neck forward. Any pain?
Nope.
That was testing for nuchal rigidity, and we didn't have any sign of that. So we're going to do Kernig's. We're just going to lift up. Any pain in the
Nope.
neck? All right. So now we're going to do test for appendicitis. We're going to do the obturator. I'm just going to move it. Any pain?
Nope.
All right. And then I'm going to push down. Any pain?
Nope.
All right. So now that we have done that, I'm now going to have the patient sit up. And we're going to do the back side. So again, I would inspect the back, checking for discoloration. I don't see anything, masses, I don't feel anything. Oh, let me go back to the front real quick. That's okay. In the front, I just want to note that I would have lightly palpated the stomach in all 4 quadrants. Okay, now you can sit back up. Checking the back, again, no masses that I can feel. And then I would percuss in the back. And again, dullness would be over like the lung field, over like the organs, and tympany would be the air that I was hearing. And then now I can listen to the back. And then take a deep breath. And again, I would just go across, down, across, down, across, down. And then I want to note that you also listen to 3 sides on, or 3 points on the sides. And then I believe that would conclude the assessment. Thank you.